We take this opportunity to announce that Comrade Willies Mchunu will be the provincial convener of Mkhwebane. We all know Comrade Willies Mchunu. He is a struggle veteran and a seasoned cadre who has served in different responsibilities in the former liberation movement. He was a member of the KZN legislature from 1994 to 2019 and was Deputy Speaker and Speaker of the legislature. Comrade Willies Mchunu is the former Premier of the province of KwaZulu-Natal and currently the Deputy Chairperson of the province's Planning Commission. Comrade Willies Mchunu has the necessary political, ideological, and organizational capability to steer the party into a stable, responsible, and responsive movement in the province. Comrade Willies Mchunu will play a central and strategic role in the identification of leaders who will be appointed to lead the KZN at provincial and regional levels. We command that all structures of the MKP in the province must subject themselves to the leadership of Comrade Willies Mchunu, who will in the immediate be working with the deployees of the National High Command in the province. The appointment of Comrade Willies Mchunu as the convener means that all the leadership structures that existed in the province cease to exist, and all comrades who led the province are no longer leadership of the province. Our Comrade Willies Mchunu will play a leading role in reversing the devastating effects of the right-wing government of the DA and Inkatha Freedom Party. KwaZulu-Natal deserves a progressive government of forces that are not associated with apartheid. We can assure the people of KwaZulu-Natal that will, in the foreseeable future, constitute a responsible government. Mkhwebane. We also take this opportunity to announce that Comrade Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane will be the convener of Mkhwebane Party in the province of Mpumalanga. Malibongwe, ukamana nkosikazi, wathinta imbokodo, wathinta abafazi, sakwamukela Mkhwebane. Advocate Mkhwebane is a seasoned public servant and true fighter for justice and equal rights, and we all bear testimony to that. She is the former public protector who was unlawfully removed from the office for confronting the status quo and asking necessary and relevant questions to the sitting head of state. Advocate Mkhwebane's consistency, composure, and professionalism will guide the province of Mpumalanga into absolute stability and progress. I want to repeat that again. Her consistency, composure, and professionalism will guide the province of Mpumalanga into absolute stability and progress. The MKP is the second biggest political party in the province of Mpumalanga, and we are the official opposition. The people of Mpumalanga deserve quality leadership. And we believe that Advocate Mkhwebane will play a central and leading role in the province of Mpumalanga. Aye, Mpumalanga, aye, aye. The National High... My apologies, President, it was not in your statement. The National High Command will, over the next few weeks, be identifying and appointing leadership structures at provincial and regional levels. As we said before, we command that members of the MKP must avoid and resist the demons of factionalism and gatekeeping. We must avoid and resist the demons of factionalism and gatekeeping, comrades. The leadership collective is not confused about its immediate and long-term objectives and work, and will not do anything that seeks to compromise the organization. We are led by the president that is a chess master. We need to appreciate that. We are one of the fortunates. It's not in the speech, but we are one of the fortunates to be led by the president who is the chess master. We have an obligation, therefore, to understand and appreciate that we should reverse the government of national unity. We, as MKP, stand opposed to the so-called government of national unity. We reiterate our statement that this neoliberal coalition, spearheaded by the DA and sustained through alliances with apartheid-era beneficiaries, symbolizes a betrayal of the working class and the people of South Africa, such a sad state. It is an affront to the principles of the National Democratic Revolution. These developments reinforce our shared conviction. It is time for all progressive forces to come together and resist the neoliberal agenda aimed at deepening inequality, poverty, and the dismantling of public services crucial to our people's well-being. The DA-led coalition has perpetuated the indignity of South Africans by preserving a constitutional framework that serves the entire rather than the people. That serves the elite rather than the people. The constitution hailed as progressive has in fact become an obstacle to land reform and the restoration of dignity. It protects the property rights of those who historically stole the land and ensures the continued marginalization of the majority. Under the Busisiwe party, we will scrap this constitutional supremacy in favor of one that prioritizes the dignity and sovereignty of the people. Thank you. We believe that only by returning to parliamentary sovereignty can we enact laws that truly reflect the will of the people and restore their dignity through land reform and the empowerment of traditional leadership. The dysfunctionality of the so-called government of national unity is also illustrated by its confusing foreign policy messages and statements in the current phase of the global balance of forces. The contradictory statement of the government of national unity allies in their approach to Russia and President Vladimir Putin are a cause for concern. It is utterly unacceptable and nauseating for the DA to distance the South African government or parts of it from an otherwise solid and sound historical and present relationship with Russia. South Africa has no enmity against President Vladimir Putin. He remains the good friend and ally of the global South and the African continent in particular. Russia constitutes the core company of the USSR, which provided solid political, ideological, diplomatic, and military support to the struggle against apartheid and colonialism. The relationship between South Africa and Russia is built on solid foundation of anti-colonialism and pursuit for common prosperity. Since 2010, South Africa and Russia have been common members of BRICS, alongside the progressive nations of Brazil, India, China, and now other progressive nations and countries of the world. It is therefore unacceptable for the DA to send mixed signals to the global community about South Africa. And we further state that our cordial relationship with Russia Federation does not lead the DA to interfere in it. The unacceptable statements of the DA also reveal the irreconcilable principles amongst members of the so-called Government of National Unity. These irreconcilable differences and principles are not correct for the image, stability, and integrity of the country. The country's integrity is damaged globally because the wide comment of the so-called Government of National Unity is throwing mud at South Africa's allies in the global balance of forces. The leadership of Mkhwebane will, over the coming week, be visiting all provinces to present the Constitution and assess the presence of the organization in each and every region and sub-region. We'll, over the next few weeks, be circulating the Mkhwebane Party Constitution in all South African languages. Members of Mkhwebane Party are directed to workshop the Constitution and massive recruitment. Africa maibuye amandla.